Good evening,
Good
John.
evening. Good evening, Percy.
Good evening, all you metalheads in the chat. I hope you're all well. How are you keeping? Let's put my comments on and see who we got. Tezza's here. Hi, Tezza. Scott Owens. Marlon, the King of Canada. Jackie Bludicus. Who else have we got here? And Emma Walker. Good evening to those who have joined us so far. How's your week been, John?
Okay, very busy. Busy week.
What have you been up to?
Just working very hard. Yeah.
Now, of course, we skipped a week, haven't we? Last time we were live, it was a fortnight ago, and you were about to have a week's holiday.
Yes. What happened? Not a lot. I don't know. I can't remember. I know I got out one day. I went out with Daz, and that was it. I've only been out with him since I went out with you lot last time when you came down here. Yeah.
When we had holiday in Devon.
That's the one, the holiday in Devon. Yeah.
So,
I got a nice Pandora bracelet on my travels. There we go.
Bear with me. Let me put you full screen, mate. Well, I think somebody would have missed that, wouldn't they?
Yeah, that was right in the top of the sand. So it's not been in there long. Yeah, nice bit of bling.
They're rather expensive, those Pandoras.
I think they're like 50 quid, aren't they? Just for a little bracelety charm thing.
Yeah, the charms, they can vary in price altogether. Yeah, depending if they're silver or some of them are rose gold or gold plated. The prices are all over the place with them. We've got Paul, History Digging Hampshire, join the chat. Good evening, mate. Hope you're keeping well. So when did you have that Pandora up? Was that when you were out on your week off with Dad?
Yeah, just on the Sunday. We went out for a couple of hours in the morning. That was it. I haven't been out since.
Which beach did you head to?
Goodrington.
It's a good, reliable beach, that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's where I took you. And the honey hole's back open again now, so can't wait for that to open up a little bit more, because that's where all sixpences live.
Sixpences live. Well, I got out for a few hours detecting yesterday. Not a great deal up, but another... Where's my camera? Medieval spectacle buckle.
Oh, nice.
So all the fields of mine that join onto each other, they've all got this medieval theme that underlies it all. It's just that there's not enough amets in there for my liking. Once you found one or two, you want them all the time, don't you? And had a few old coins, reasonable condition, George III halfpenny, 17.99. That cleaned up rather nicely with the pink stuff. So I've got a bit of footage to stitch together and put a video out sometime in the week. I ran out of time today. I've had my moulds out making the medieval knights in armour. So I've made enough component parts for 15 crossbowmen. So I shall spend the evenings this week with the little needle files, filing them all down, and a tube of super glue, and assemble them all. So that should keep me out of mischief.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Any fresh faces in the chat? Ravenheart. Good evening, my friend. Are you all right? Another Devon boy?
Aye, Newton Abbott, he is.
Where the races are.
Yeah, I watch his videos he puts up every other week. Yeah. And try and guess what road he's driving on. I love watching him the driving bit, so I can. Where is he? Which way is he coming from?
Splendid. Yeah, I'm sure I'm subscribed, but I don't think I'm getting notifications through for your Ravenheart. I'll have to double check my settings and see that I've got the bell icon pressed on that. If not, I'll rectify it. So we're going to work a little bit of a theme again this evening. Have a talk on buttons. How thrilling. And perhaps move into some lead items if we've got time. We'll have half-time music break, and I think that I found a couple of tunes that shouldn't get me copyrighted this week. He's got them uploaded to share and re-upload without a copyright strike. So we'll check that out and see how that goes. And of course, we'll have a couple of giveaways halfway through the show. Loads of prizes. Thanks very much, John, for sending the box of goodies through. That should keep us going on the giveaways for a few weeks. How you got away with ram raiding Sifter's house and getting all that lot out, I don't know, mate.
I've got more boxes under I don't know where they are. I think they're under the stairs. I thought, what else can I send? But the box wasn't big enough. They don't make a wine box bigger than that, I don't think. Because that was a recycled wine box turned inside out, didn't I? Yeah.
Absolutely. Good evening, Robert, mate. Hope you're keeping well. Looks like that new Legend's working out for you.
I'm waiting for this Legend to come in. I've ordered one, but there's none in stock at the moment.
Where are you ordering from?
I'm doing Regton. Always buy everything from Regton. I have had a look around, but now I've always bought from them, so I know I get it straight away. Yeah.
Yeah, I had really reliable service from Regton. My nearest metal detecting shop, only about half an hour's drive away in Birmingham.
Hi, Robert, Paul.
Good evening, Dee Dee. Good evening, Colin. How you doing, HMD? Yeah, really superb service from Regton's. Never a problem with them. Everything arrives properly and at a decent time. When I've had problems, they've always done warranty work for me.
Terry?
And they're close enough that if I need to go and see them, that I can just nip up the M42 and drop into the north end of Birmingham and get to them that way. Apart from the flaming congestion charges that are now spread as far as Birmingham, it now costs £8 for me to run my car into Birmingham.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. The last time I needed to go over there, I was helping my mother out with a bit of driving, so I used her car, and because it's a small engine, I nipped in for free on that one. Well, I'm starting to plan ahead for my next subscriber giveaway. I've crossed the 200 mark and crawling up towards 250. So hopefully at that point I shall do another subscriber giveaway. Rocky Mountain, good evening, my friend. So yeah, I've got a couple of ideas of prizes for that subscriber giveaway when it comes. And
What's going to be?
No spoilers on that one, I'm afraid, John. We're going to keep that one for a bit closer, but there'll be good couple of prizes that should be of interest to all our regular crew. It's involves somebody that we all know quite well as a YouTube channel, but I shall say no more on that. Right, mate. Shall we have a look at a few buttons of interest? I've been detecting 2.5 years now, and this is the state of my button. Blooming things are everywhere. There must be nearly 500 in that tin, I think.
Yeah, I've got tins like that.
Most of them just plain, regular, boring tomback buttons with no patterns on them. But the nicer ones, I have selected them out and keep them in one of my finds cases. So I've got some pictures here of some of my finer buttons that I quite like to have a quick run through. I think I've got 8 or 9 pictures here to share with you. So
Nice
reasonably decent. Yeah. The better quality buttons, I obviously get the pink stuff out in the evening and clean them up.
I've got quite a few books on buttons.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting hold of a buttons book and having a look through them. Quite a decent military badge there, 6th Dragoon Guards, got that 1800s. It's just a case of being as quick and as rapid as I can with the share button.
Hi, Jason.
A few general buttons are slightly better than just blank buttons, bit of design, bit of patterning on them. I'm not sure of age on any of them. I have kept my better ones back for later on. Occasionally I get the silver.
That's nice.
Silver gilt buttons. Those two both came up yesterday, about 20 feet from each other in the field.
Mm.
So whether somebody's jacket was chucked in the field and ploughed in as a fertiliser, or whether they got ripped off in a fight or a moment of passion. I don't know, but nice to see a couple of shiny silver buttons come up. And what else have we got here? Don't know how well this one comes out, but that's a military button. You can just make out WAR at the top line and WICK at the bottom.
Yeah.
That was the Warwick Militia, which was the forerunner of the Royal Warwickshire Regiment, and that's one of their very earliest pewter buttons from the 1760s, which was quite a cool button to research. And then my 3 favourite buttons are these Tudor buttons. That one's rather plain. This one I haven't got round to cleaning with the pink stuff as yet. But you see that. Sorry, go ahead.
That looks like pewter.
Yeah, quite possibly. See, these old Tudor buttons, they're cast as a one-piece thing, and then the holes pierced in the shank with a hammer and centre punch type thing, I do believe. And my absolute favourite, best button of all is the Tudor button once again.
That's nice.
That little beauty. Little pyramid head with trefoil designs on each of the flats of the pyramid. I was rather pleased to find that. I was having a nothingness of a day in the field, and just one little find like that's enough to lift you on the day, I think. Right, where are we in the chat? So I'm sort of flying all over the place. Who else have we got in? Digging Canuck, good evening. Dee Dee's liking the buttons. Try and scroll back a little bit. Message to you, John.
Yeah, I could do one day. I'll have to make a date for it. Cheers, Raven. Let me go back to the StreamYard.
Aha. Sunday evening wouldn't be the same without Mandy here in the chat. Good evening, Mandy. Just doubling back to see what we've missed. Dog squeaking to go out. Hold the fort for a minute, please, John. Let me go and open the door and let him go and stretch his legs, please.
Okay, I'll swap over to the other chat because I can't. I'm not getting the chat up. Right, who have we got? I can't hear myself. Hold on. That's better. There's a lag.
He's not squeaking to go out. He's squeaking for the cheese. Now, I've lost my sound altogether. I don't know why. Bear with. I've lost.
That's it.
All right. I lost my sound altogether and lost you, but you're back loud and clear, I think. Good.
Now I'm having
good.
trouble with the chat. So I've clicked it from one to the other. But there's a lag then.
Right. On your StreamYard, top right,
Yeah.
comments.
Yeah.
If you push on that,
comments,
you should get your chat come up on that.
Yeah, but they're not moving. But if you're on the YouTube chat, that moves dead quick.
Right. Mine seems to be keeping pace here. Have you got up and down arrows on your StreamYard chat?
Yeah.
Down is from last one showing Emma Walker. Hiya, Rob.
Yeah, I got that 722. So that's working okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just won't click over. I won't click over to the YouTube then.
No. Pushing too many buttons causes too many problems.
Yeah, leave me fingers alone.
Yeah. Now then, schedules, mate. It appears that there's a slot that might come available on a Saturday night. I don't know whether Tezza's having a break for a bit, but are you still happy to do the Sunday sessions? Does that work all right with you?
I'm okay with Saturday. I'm okay with Sunday. It all depends on, like, Jason. If Jason wants to do a Saturday night, or Terry wants to go back onto his own times. I don't want to step on anyone's toes. If everyone's okay with everybody swapping and changing, that's fine.
Well, it was something that was brought up in conversation in the week that there might be a Saturday night slot available, but I'm quite happy in on this Sunday chill out session if that's still working with you.
I'm okay, whatever night, don't mind.
Here we go.
Okay, Paul.
Yeah, take care, safe driving, Paul. Jason, every other week you guys can have my other slot, brother. That's very kind of you, Tezza. I don't know, I kind of got used to this Sunday session now. So, there might be another channel out there that's looking for a slot. Liaise with Jason, Tezza. I know that Mark MDL was working on a Saturday night to some extent, wasn't he? So if you want to go live, have a chat with the other channels, see what's going spare. Emma, where's Daz? Hope he's okay. Daz is taking a break for a couple of lives without getting too political. I think there's been a bit of argy-bargy going on of recent. So Daz has decided to put the lives on the back burner for a little while. It's something I ain't getting involved with, but I will say I just hope that everybody, all the channels, can just make things up between each other. We're a small enough community. I guess we get run down by the archaeologists as being treasure raiders and thefters of the national heritage, and to have infighting amongst ourselves ain't the best of situations. So everyone out there, please bury the hatchets. Let's get on. Let's get a family back together. All I'm saying, nothing else. So on the level of Daz, then yeah, I'm hoping that he'll come back and join us at some point in the near future. And it just needs a little bit of time out at the moment. Right, some more buttons, hopefully, which means I'm going to have to play about with opening some more files. John sent me just a little while before the program started a whole host of buttons from his collection. I've not had time really to flick through them all, so I'm just going to randomly select half a dozen backstage, and I'll be with you very shortly to run through them. I'll tell you what, John, if we were organised, we'd put half a decent show together, wouldn't we, mate?
Aye.
Right. I've got half a dozen lined up backstage. So if I start sharing some of them, you got any info on what they are?
Well, that's a King of the Road button, that one is. I don't know the history of it. All I know is a King of the Road, and it's completely see-through, red glass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a glass button, that is. And then there's got you've got your metal rim around it.
Right.
The back, but I've sent you the front of it, and I've sent you the back of it because it's all pressed in at the back. Dead tidy.
Right. So has it got a solid metal back to it, or is it just a metal ring around it?
Well, the back might have fallen off, but you can see what it was. You know, at the back of it.
Yeah. So in theory, if you hold it up to the light, the sun will shine through it.
Jason.
Hey, can't get a word in edgeways with him, Jace. That's the trouble. But the one that's stealing the show's Barney with his blooming squeaking. I think I'm going to have to put him in a kennels every other Sunday night. Right, bear with me. I'm just going to have to feed him this whole block of cheese.
Block of cheese.
If he eats a whole block of cheese, then...
Have you got a dog there, Percy, or is it a mouse?
It's a giant mouse. Mark Treasure Nation, good evening, mate. Good to see you here. I think I spotted another name. Juan from Shanghai. Good evening. Right, let's have a look at some more of your buttons. No, not like that. Share.
Oh, is that the Ovaltini's badge button? Yeah, Ovaltini's badge.
Don't think that does it any more justice going full screen. It's an Ovaltini's badge.
Yeah.
Cool. So what? 1920s?
Don't know. Don't know the date on that one. The League of the Ovaltini's. That's what it says on it.
Cool. What else have we got? A little bit hard to see. I don't know if I can.
It's a Denby.
I can enlarge it at all. No, I think I'm just going to mess things up if I push too many buttons. Military badge, is it? It's a
yeah, it's a yeah. I know it's a Denbighshire Army badge.
Yeah, crown and the fleur de lis on there.
Yeah. And normally, when I take a picture of the button, I always take a picture of the back of the button so you can see what's on the back.
Right, yeah. I think I would have got myself completely lost trying to pair fronts and backs up. Trying to guess at that one. It's got crown on it again, so military, and then is that a post horn?
Trumpet, in it.
Bugle type.
Yeah.
Thing.
You're not going to have any cheese for your sandwiches tomorrow.
I'll have to have corned beef then, won't I, eh? Oh, now that one I do recognise.
That's a service button, isn't it?
Yeah, general service, isn't it? So,
yeah.
First World War, Second World War.
Got quite a few of those ones.
Lion and Unicorn.
Hope you find that tank badge I've sent you.
That's, yeah. I grabbed 6 at random. That's 5. And this one is number 6 that I grabbed at random. Is that the one?
Yeah, that's the one. 1918. It was the Tank Corps, and then the Queen made it the Royal Tank Corps not long after, about a year later. So that's the first button before they made the Royal Tank Corps button.
Right.
Yeah.
So very early then.
Yeah. That's like 1917, 1918.
Yeah.
Just before the proper war.
Game changer in the First World War, wasn't it? The tank. The first major step was the machine gun, and then the second major step was the tank to offer protection against the machine gun. Yeah, well, those buttons appeal to Emma. Uh, Let me see if I can grab another half a dozen at random without grabbing the same ones again. If I close all of those. Barney, I don't know what's got into you. You've been a good boy all day, and now you're kicking up fuss. Do you want to go on the telly or something? Is that it?
I want to go on the telly.
Right. One. You are too much. Just lie down and be quiet. 2. Barney. Good God. You should have got a cat. It'd have been a whole lot easier. 3. You've got your food. You've got everything you want. You're just really upsetting your dad now. Yeah, I don't know which ones I've already selected. Let's try that one. 4. And
Random.
yeah. I don't know if I've picked that one or not. No, I've chosen that one already, I think. That one. Okay, bear with me. I'll come back on screen. Share. Yeah, random. Where is random this evening?
He was on Marlon's show before.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I have seen him on Marlon's before. He even baffled Tripwire as to what was going on. I don't think Tripwire knew how to deal with him. Right, let's have a look at sharing some of this batch. Right, excuse me if I've put these up before.
No, you haven't stuck that one up before.
Any info on that one?
All I know, that's got it's a family crest name on it. It's got a C, a H, a S, and an M on it, I think. Yeah. Somebody else had found something similar to that last week or the week before, and they were trying to find out what theirs was, so I posted that to them. So it's like a family crest button.
Yeah, so real fancy livery button type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's really ornate. There's a lot of design work gone into that one, isn't there?
Yeah. Because I've had that out the other day because they wanted to know what was written on the back of the button. And I think it was Motley and Co. or something written on the back. Yeah.
Right. No, that's the one I've just shared, isn't it?
Yeah, shame one, yeah.
Sorry. They all look the same to me on little thumbnails.
Yeah, they do, don't they? Not until you make them big. See what they are. There's an array of a few.
Good cluster together.
Mm.
Yeah, that Tankor button, I really like that. Have you cleaned that at all? Or?
No, I haven't touched it at all. I haven't touched it. And it's hot. It's hollow on the back of that one. It hasn't got, the back's fallen off.
Yeah.
So you can see it, nice big dome inside it, like.
That's come out of the ground in superb condition.
Mm.
Right, let's try and select a couple more. Didn't load up that many. 1, 2,
Okay, Robert.
3. Share. I think doing it this way around is a bit preferable than holding your phone up to the screen, but it does take a.
Oh, that one's a nice one. That's pewter, that is. It's got a lovely back to it.
It's a livery button, presumably, is it?
Yeah. Got it, Rob. I see it, Robert.
Okay, let me stop sharing that. I'll put you full screen.
There's Rob's cannonball. Is that from today, Rob?
Cool, blimey, that'd give you a headache, wouldn't it?
Nice. That's nice, Robert. All right. Well, as for the buttons, I can put them up quicker.
Yeah, I bet you can.
If you ever find me bloody gallery, there you are. Yeah.
I've got another one here that we haven't seen, I think. That one means anything to you?
It's not the right way round. Needs going round a bit.
Rotated.
Because the left-hand side, he's got a crown on the top, haven't you?
Good evening, Susan. He's dropping in from Wellingborough to say hello. How's my mate Stan? Is he all right? Evening, Stan. Tez is nipping out and back again. Evening, Bud Files. Right, we got anything else to share? Have I loaded any more? That one I don't think we've seen as yet.
Yeah, that one's a nice one as well. Yeah, I like that one.
Copper alloy or pewter?
Pewter again.
Yeah, Stan's watching the snooker. Probably a bit more lively than what our show is, eh? Few in the chat saying hi to you. Well, I think the cheese has done the job. He's shut up for a moment. Right.
Right.
So, shall we call that buttons exhausted?
Yeah,
Do some giveaways. Have a break after the giveaways, and then put the link in the chat and see if anybody fancies coming in and having a Sunday chat with us.
Sunday dinner. Sunday dinner.
Cool, you're drinking our electric money again. Don't need the heating on when you're full of Stella, Susan. Keeps me warm.
I get you now. Drinking the electric money.
Okay, let's think about a couple of giveaways. We got two prizes this evening, and it'll be your regular history battle date number games again. So your first prize used to be a sifter find box, but it is no longer a sifter's find box.
Ha!
It,
You've
it
raped
is
it.
a John Clayton finds box.
Ooh.
And obviously, with that, you'll get the obligatory presenters channel stickers. And then the second giveaway will be
Oh, the snake skin.
your snake skin. Got a bit too much light. There we go. Snake skin, orange for on your coil wires. And of course, your 3 channel stickers.
Whoop, whoop.
So just before I'll give you your questions, got a couple of other people dropping in. Good evening, Roseanne. Good evening, George. Hope you're both having a good weekend. Right, so let's sort out some questions. So for you, the first giveaway, the finds box, the answer I'm looking for is going to be a 4-digit number. I want you to find the date of the Battle of Gettysburg and add it to the year date of the Battle of Rorke's Drift. So if you find those 2 dates, add them together, you'll end up with a 4-figure number to win that prize, if you're correct. So I guess there's some frantic internet searching going on. "1977, says Jace. No, if you were on the Silver Jubilee or the Sex Pistols, we'd have taken that answer. Roseanne, what I want is you to find the year date of the Battle of Gettysburg and the year date of the Battle of Rorke's Drift. Add those 2 years together and give me the answer. 4-digit number. Scott, you're blooming close, mate. You are very close. Jace, you've gone the wrong way. The answer's piling in, but we're not. Here we go. Yes, we have a winner. George, Suffolk Searcher, 3742. The Battle of Gettysburg, 1863. The Battle of Rorke's Drift, 1879. So let me just write on my paper. George, Suffolk Searcher. Right. Go here. George, that's my email address on the scroller at the bottom. If you drop me an email with your postal address, I'll get your prize sent out to you, mate. And on to, sorry, flip back. Susan, you're giving my age away now. Yes, George, limited edition, one-off John Clayton Pines box. Not one other produced ever. So the second prize of the evening, the second giveaway, the bright orange snake skin. Will stand out like a sore thumb in the field with that. So same style of question. If you've won one prize this evening, you can't win a second. I want you to find the year date of the Battle of Bannockburn and add it to the year date of the Battle of Culloden. There again, you'll end up with a 4-figure number as your answer. Battle of Rorke's Drift, Susan. Rorke's Drift. He's fighting them Zulus, that's what it was.
Who threw those bloody spears? Who threw Britney Spears?
Well, Robert Hunter, obviously. Put your teeth in. They're in with glue, Susan. The ashes ain't falling out tonight. God blimey, that was quick, Mandy. 3060. So, Battle of Bannockburn, 1314. Battle of Culloden, 1746. Gives you the answer 3060.
Well done, Gertie.
Well done, Mandy. I'll affix the correct postage and get it sent out to you, Mandy. Cool. I'm getting trolled. I think I'm getting trolled, John.
Oh, you know.
Okay, we're roughly at the halfway point of the show. So we'll play a bit of music, give everyone a chance to stretch their legs, go and recharge your beers.
Yeah,
Hopefully, I'm not going to get a copyright strike on this week's show for stealing other people's content. I don't think I will on this one because he's left it on YouTube as free to share anyway. So let's give this a bash, shall we?
Let me get another can.
Right. I'm always being called a conspiracy theorist because I don't toe to the line of everything. So let's give you a bit of conspiracy music guru.
1, 2, 3, 4. I told you.
Just a minute.
I told you. I told you so. told you. Remember when I told you about 9/11? Remember when I told you about Building 7? Remember when I told you about the fluoride in the water? Yes, I did. Remember when I told you about the New World Order? Remember that? Remember when I told you about the chemtrails in the sky? Remember when I told you that NASA was full of lies? Remember when I told you about the ultra mind control? Well, I just want to say that I told you so, yeah. Remember when I told you about 432 Hertz, that is? And what 440 can do to you? It hurts my ears. Remember when I told you about the vaccine agenda? Yes, I did. And that Michelle Obama is a transgender. Yes, he is. The dinosaur fraud, the climate change scam, and yes, Sandra Bullock is also a man. Remember when I told you that there ain't no clone? Well, I just want to say that I told you so. 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 Yeah. Remember when I told you about the TV flicker rate? And how it puts your brain in an alpha state? Remember when I told you about germ theory? Remember when I told you about gravity? Remember that? Remember when I told you about Paul McCartney? Remember when I told you about direct energy? Remember when I told you about Monsanto? Well, I just want to say that I told you so. 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 Yeah. Yeah. I told you. Remember when I told you about the mainstream media? Your so-called celebrities and pedophilia. Remember that? Child trafficking and adrenochrome. Remember when I told you about the Georgia Guidestone? Yeah. Remember when I told you about the false flag operation? Remember when I told you about 5G radiation? Remember that I told you that? Well, I just want to say that I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. Yeah, I told you so. Yeah. But you didn't listen. I told you so. I told you so.
Very good.
Right, there's my StreamYard. Yeah, I like that one. It covers a lot of issues. Right, let me find... Barney, please find the link and drop that in the chat and see if anybody fancies stepping up and joining us.
Hiya, Mark. Hiya, Alpha Mark.
Please excuse my doggy.
Hiya,
Susan's
Paul.
on her way out saying good night. Good night, Susan. Thanks for dropping by. And I think I spotted very kind of you, Mandy. Send the snake skin to
Kev.
Detective Kev. Look, a treat on his new legend, won't it? Pimp it up a bit. Right, I need to shut a few windows here while we see if anybody comes in and joins us, and see if I can open some of my better lead finds. The reason I'm putting up lead is I found a couple of quite interesting lead pieces last weekend on my new field that I'm out on. Dedicated my video to Robbie Cole, the Dinnington detectorist, because he's quite into his lead items that he finds. Right, I think I've got a few lined up there. Bear with me. Everybody went for a wee during the music, apart from Barney, who now wants to go. Either that or the cheese has worked its way through. Ah ha ha ha! We have somebody calling backstage.
Knock, knock.
No need for a thumbs up. This guy's honest as the day is long.
Hello, guys. How you doing?
Hello, Robert.
Evening, Rob.
How's it going, guys? You all right?
Very well, thank you, mate. Yourself?
Bob on, thank you, for a Sunday anyway, when I've got work in the morning. But yeah, I'm good. All good.
Yeah, well, it's nothing as bonkers as the Friday and Saturday night shows. Just a chill out Sunday session, couple of beers, bit of history, chat with the mates.
That's the one, mate. That's got to be done. It's like I'll start Friday off like me, Jason, and Kevin. We'll start the Friday off like the weekend, blah blah, and then you ending it on ready, for the rest of the week. It's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Percy, show Kev what he's just won.
Yes. Kev, we did a couple of giveaways this evening. Mandy won the second giveaway, and she's asked that I post it on to you. You get the obligatory channel stickers from the show's presenters, and courtesy of John's Ram Raid into Sifter Towers, you've got yourself a snake skin on your detector, mate. So everyone will see you coming across the field with a bright orange coil wire. I'll get that in the post to you, mate. I think I've got your postal address on the back of an envelope when you posted prizes out to me, but just to be on the safe side, my email is scrolling across the bottom, mate, if you want to drop us a line.
I just want to ask something there. What's Kev got that I ain't got? He's getting loads of gifts, isn't he? Kev,
Golden boy, isn't he, eh?
Yeah, Kev, what you got for your breakfast, man? You're getting all the gifts, man.
Hi, Rob Random. Rob Random's in the house now.
Rob, the clock's changed, mate. That's what happened.
Last week.
You're an hour out. We're on British summertime now. No, 7 till 9, and then we give way at 9 o'clock for Dino. I've not seen a thumbnail up for Dino, whether he's going live
Can you see that?
this Sunday or not. Bear
Try
with us,
that
John.
one.
I'll hold it back up. I'll put you full screen. What you got there? A lead trade weight or something, is
Yeah,
it?
it's a big one, really big. It's got a crown on it. I'm not getting that one.
Have you?
I suppose if I stick a light on it, might do it better. Let me stick a light on. Hold on.
You've got DD's crash going, oh, poor Robert. I know.
So, how's that new legend working out for you then, Robert?
Oh, it's going good, Percy. It's doing really well. I'm just still getting used to the machine because it's from the simplex, like, and the amphibio, it's totally different sounds, and also the numbers on the VDI, which I'm looking for the sounds really at the minute, and then I'll look more at the numbers as I'm going along. But they're a lot smaller, you know, like lower numbers.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get it now. No, you're not gonna get it.
Smashed. There's me. I'm going to smash it up at work tomorrow. I'm going to get alt rust off that. That's my small cannonball.
I like that.
Yeah, it weighs a ton, that. But yeah, I'm going to smash it up at work tomorrow with a hammer. I'm going to get it all round again, and you'll see that on my Friday night. So beautiful.
Super duper. Once you've got it derusted, have a think about getting a cheap box of candles, melt them down in a pan, get a pan of water, and then get a second pan within that pan of water. Put your candles in that, so you're not directly heating the wax. You know, you're doing it as a bain marie, I think they call it when they're cooking.
Yeah.
And then when your wax is melted, put your cannonball in there and stir it around, and the wax will absorb into it, and it should prevent rust from getting at it again as a long-term stabilizer for it.
Definitely. My dad says, can't you sell that? Can't you sell that on eBay? My dad's like 74 now. Like, can't you sell that? And I'm like, no, Dad, I don't want it. I've never found a cannonball before. I'm keeping that. I ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean?
I've never contemplated selling any of my finds. I guess the time will come that I do find something of reasonable value, you know, going up into four figures, say a coin that's worth over £1,000, then at that point, the landowner is going to want his cut in it.
Of course he is.
You know, as far as Mohammed coins I'm turning up at the moment, Eddie pennies and that, he took it around the 100, 150, 200 quid mark. He's not interested. He's just happy to see me out in the field and, you know, finding the history on the land there.
Yeah, it's like me. The only find I've ever sold, I've found it, and this was about 10 years ago going back, and it was a solid gold ring, and it was a Egyptian puzzle wedding ring. I got £800 for it, but I only sold that for the simple fact is that I got made redundant from my job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the jobs were hard to find back in Rochdale at that time. There were hardly nothing there. You know what I mean? So I had to get a bit of money. So I sold that. You know.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's the only find I've ever sold that.
Well, I don't think any of us are in the hobby for the money, are we? It's the love of history and, you know, just unearth it. It's a bit like fishing, isn't it? You chuck your hook in the river and you never know what you're going to catch.
Well, that's it. I ended up with Britney Spears, didn't I? So it's right, isn't
it? I used to have a big chip pan, and that's why I put all my candles in a chip pan, and that's what I used to preserve everything. So if you had a cannonball, you put it in a chip pan, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you just dip it and then you could pull it out, couldn't you?
Yeah, I did that with me Viking axe head. Put that in the chip pan, and then I was pissed up and threw it in the canal, and I've never found it ever since. I went back to where I threw it in, but my magnet won't get it. Unless it was in the wrong place. I can't remember which way I chucked it in the canal. Yeah, everything went in the canal when I used to be drunk.
Yeah. But that's what I'm going to do anyway. I'm going to smash all that rust off it, get all the rust off it, and then I'll preserve it, like you say, in wax or something like that, which I will. And I'll show you on next Friday. It'd be good.
Looks like Lord Random's been invaded by the New Age travellers. Be all right for something to smoke there, then, Rob. Hey.
Yep.
So, how's this new legend work then? What tone range has it got? Is it 3 tone, 5 tone, 100 tones, or can you interselect through them? Or
yeah, you've got different tones. It's like I've just been working on 2-tone. You can have 2-tone. I think goes up to 5-tone then, and it carries on. I think goes up to 66-tone or something like that. Because I've just had a quick sweep through the tones, but I've stuck with 2, like Sid Perry's done. I'll stick with the 2-tone just to get used to the machines and the sounds of it, because like I say, it's different from the simplex and amphibio, where when you say a coin, it normally reaches in like 70s, 72 or whatever, and you know it's a coin or a good signal. Well, this, it doesn't, the lower, the numbers are lower. So I'm listening to the sounds now and not looking at the VDI. I'm listening to the sounds, and then I'll get used to the VDI with the numbers then.
Yeah.
My silver sixpence that I found on my first out hunting with it was a 46. And I'm like, wow, that's normally a 63 on a simplex or an amphibio.
Yeah. And on my Garrett, that would come up as sort of mid-70s.
Yeah.
I guess all the machines are different on the number ranges, and it's what you're used to, isn't it?
And my cannonball, that were just a solid 26, and that were the cannonball. And the size of it, you think it'd be an higher number, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Although perhaps the conductivity of it, it's an iron cannonball, is it not?
Yeah, it's definitely iron cannonball.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So perhaps the conductivity of being non-ferrous, perhaps.
It does look like a ball, doesn't it? Like out of your bollocks, like out of your ball bag. It looks hairy still, look. That's because of grass and that. And that weren't even that deep, really, you know. About 5 inches, easy.
Good solid signal then, and a big lump like that.
He had to dig it, and I dug it. I'm glad I did now.
Well done. So what are you doing with your amphibio? You going out 50-50 on the 2 machines, or are you keeping the amphibio as the backup? Or?
Well, I don't. I want to put the amphibio up for sale, to be quite honest. It'd be a bargain for somebody. But we're going to keep my simplex, if you know what I mean. I've got the 2 coils with the amphibio. It's got the wireless headphones. It's in good condition, well looked after, you know what I mean? So I've got the KR40, the 15-inch for it, and the normal stock coil. So it's a bargain for someone, if they want one.
Well, if nobody wants it, it can be your 1K sub giveaway, can't it?
Well, it could be if I get there. There's still plenty of work yet to get there. There's still plenty of work in the mix. So,
hey, Robert,
what's up,
did
John?
Did you know Derek digging with dead legs? He's selling all his printing stuff, you know, for making T-shirts and everything.
All right.
So, if you want to give him a chat, see what he's got for sale. He's got a load of stuff, and he's just getting rid of it all now. But you're into this printing and all this stuff, though.
Yeah, I've got all the gear. All I'm after now is I've got 3 vinyl cutters, but I can't find the software to run them on my laptop. So if he's got a cutter there, that'd be good. I'll have a word with him about that. Yeah.
You could give him an email, see what he's got, and then I've passed it over to you. Then, haven't I?
Yes, sling me his email. I'll give him an email, John.
Okay.
Cheers, buddy.
Right. Well,
Were you talking about lead stuff yet?
Yeah. I think we're just about to move on to that. That should knock another hole into the show. I've just loaded up some of my better lead finds. I'm always glad to find lead because. Hang on, just going solo screen for you, mate.
That's been to 2 museums, that has, and they still don't know what it is. Do you want to see the back?
Go on then.
See that little nipply thing? That wobbles up and down, that does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so that little nipply thing moves up and down.
Bizarre
Yeah.
looking artifact.
It is an artifact and it's lead, yeah.
Right, I've got some of my better lead finds lined up here. It's always a pleasure finding lead because I can melt it down and make my model knights in armour
Spindle World.
out of it. There's my selection of worlds that I've come across. I would have a go at that one day. Has anybody tried that? Making a stick and getting some wool and seeing how they work. It'd be interesting to see if you can spin wool on them.
I've got some fancy ones of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some nice pattern ones as well.
Just standard issue, dull boring ones that I've come up with. Bear with me, John.
Yeah.
Go on. I've got stuck your solo layout. Got your fancy one again.
Hey.
You got that fancy one again. Nice. They date from the medieval, don't they? Those highly patterned ones.
I got a few of them. I have.
Right, as you guys know, we like to do a challenge, don't we? Us, have you've heard of the plug challenge, haven't you?
What's the plug challenge?
Where you've got to lick your plug like you've dug out.
This ain't anything to do with our Antipodean mate PJ, is it?
Yeah, it's on that way. That's our challenges that we're setting for everybody, isn't it? So while I'm on the show, I'm going to challenge you, Percy. You've got to lick a plug and do a video. Kev's done one. Kev's done one.
Right, well, I'm hoping to get out detecting again next weekend, so I'll get that sorted out, and I'll try and attach it as an email to you. But failing that, obviously, I don't do Facebook and I haven't got Messenger.
Yeah.
But I have got WhatsApp, so if I struggle with sending it as an email to you, I'll drop you my phone number in a message, and if you're on WhatsApp, then you can have me up that way, and then it'll definitely send over on WhatsApp to you.
Yeah, there you go. Kev said go on, share mine. I can't. Have you put it live, Kev, or do you want me to share it from the messenger? What you put in? But I can get that up if you want to share my screen. This is Kev doing it.
There's another one.
Right, well, Robert's looking for Kev. Let's get you full screen. There you go, John, your full screen, mate.
Hold on. There's another one.
Fancy.
I like the little dots.
They're like the 3 pellets on long cross sterling pennies, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm sure that now.
That was that thing again, but it's still not doing it. No.
Right, Robert, I've got what you sent through. Bear with me, John. Just add in Robert, and if I make that full screen, view it, play, Robert. I think that should work. Does it?
Yeah, it'll work now. Right, ready? This is Detective Kev doing the plug challenge.
Hi, I'm Detective Kev, and this is the Lick the Club Challenge.
You're licking the top or the bottom?
Hi, I'm Detective Kev, and this is the Lick the Club Challenge.
Right, let's get on there. There you go.
Cool.
Well, that's different.
So that's what you
Yeah.
got to do.
Right, I shall use my imagination and come up with a little short video for you, Robert.
Can I have a hot cow pat on the top?
You don't really know what's pissed on it, basically, do you?
Right, I think this is a steel yard weight. It came from very close to a Roman site, and it's definitely got an iron core coming out of the lead ball. I think that's on your balance weigh scale type things. There's a Roman artifact. I've got I think they're styluses for writing on wax tablets.
Look like it, don't they? Especially that one on the right does.
Yeah, the way it comes down to a pencil point on it. What else? What have we got here? The standard issue of obligatory pop mends. So that they can date Roman onwards into the medieval, I think.
Yeah, they do. The amount of pop mens I've come across has been unbelievable.
What else have we got? Couple of osses.
They're lead horses, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've found a few of them doing some river hunting.
I guess the kids were playing in the fields while the parents were working.
So they were horsing about.
Ooh. Then he got a couple more, I think. And I think the one on the left is a hem weight, where the ladies used to stitch them into their long dresses to hold them down and stop the wind ruffling the dresses. The one to the right, I don't know whether it's a very crudely made hem weight or whether it's a very early lead button.
Yeah, I'd still say I'm weight on that one, because obviously the size of dresses they had.
Yeah. And then my favourite leads are... Where on earth are they? Tell me I haven't loaded them up. No, I haven't loaded them up. I've got these pair here. I think they're gaming pieces, where they've got a little hole only in the bottom. That hole doesn't go right through. It's I think you put like a matchstick in the bottom of it and peg it on a game board into the little slots on the game board. And then you have to jump around from screen to screen a fair old bit with this stream yard, don't you? Lost Robert.
What have you done to Robert?
I don't know. Robert, mate, if I've cut you by accident pushing too many buttons, I'm sorry. Just ping the link. I'll drop it back in there. And if that's my mistake, I'm sorry. There you go. Link's back in there, mate.
There's my horse.
Okay, bear with me. Robert's internet's gone down. I'm putting you solo screen, John.
There's my big lead horse.
Ah, then that's interesting, isn't it?
Mm. It's got red. It's been coloured in. It's got a red seat on it on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. See if you can see it a bit better. Got bits of red on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a weird. It's a weird shaped horse, though. I'll say. Yeah.
Got some wonky rear legs to it, isn't it?
Mm. What
Yeah,
else have
Rob.
we
I
got?
always think that when I'm melting lead and pewter together to make my model knights in armour, of am I going to poison myself? But from what I've read, the temperature to melt lead, you're
That
not
looks
getting
like
the poisonous vapours. You have to be a few hundred degrees higher.
a spoon, but it's
Yeah.
lead and it's solid. So you couldn't even put any. You couldn't scoop anything up on it anyway, even if you wanted to.
It
What else
wouldn't
we
be
got?
a palm guard, would it? That you'd hold in your
I
palm
don't
and then
know.
cut against it.
I don't know. That's a nice solid piece of lead as well with an hole in the top.
Yeah. Weight of some description.
Yeah. As for the toys, where's the toys? Not on that one. Camera. Got lead seals somewhere. Spindle wheel, that was the lead thing, wasn't it? Yeah. That was nice. But we're
No,
not
your screen's fogging a little bit on that one.
yeah.
Describe it. What you got there?
It's a bag seal. You
Yeah.
know, for it. That was very nice, that one was. Yeah. All my stuff's all over the place. I've got too many files.
Yeah, I've shipped all my pictures over from my phone and my tablet onto the laptop where I've got a bit more storage space and I can create proper folders and things for them.
I did all that, but I've lost them all now.
Right, well, while you were looking through, I've just got one more that I've preloaded here.
No, I've found a load of them now.
Couple of fishing weights, quite probably medieval, I think those two are.
Yeah.
So, real age on them.
What's so weird about some of these finds, yeah? They're blue. See?
Yeah. That's oxidation, is it? Or
No, I think somebody's painted them.
yeah.
And then you've got a soldier, yeah? And he's blue.
Yeah, perhaps they have been painted.
Yeah? And then you've got a ship.
Oh, that's cool.
I've got a few of these.
Splendid.
That's a blue ship, yeah?
Right, you carry on. Scott says I've got to give Barney some more cheese.
And then there's another soldier. It could be the same one I've just showed you. And then we got another soldier laying down. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then we've got a blue Indian.
Oh, he's cool.
That's lead. Yeah. And then, where are you, you bugger? And then you've got someone like a milkman or a postman.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is one of my favourites. A Zulu.
That looks good.
That's not blue. That's lead.
Yeah.
That's lead. And then here starts the ships now.
Were those two found together or separate
No,
places? And then
separate place. Separate place. And then some more.
okay, you got your own armada there, mate.
Yeah, what else have we got? Anything else? No, that's not lead. That's it for that file. Yeah. I got a sheep somewhere. There he is. Sean
And
the
it's just
sheep.
so totally
There he
amazing
is.
how all this stuff ends up in fields.
See, even the sheep's blue.
Now, is it definitely paint or is it some kind of oxidation to it?
It looks like paint. It could be oxidation, but it looks like paint to me. Yeah.
I did watch one of Robbie Cole's videos, and he was talking about the colours of lead, and that a lot of people mistakenly think that the whiter a lead object is, the older it is. But he's saying that it's to do with the purity of the lead. The more purity it is, the whiter it becomes. And his example was that he got something that was known to be really old that hadn't gone white, and something that was datably quite young that had gone white. So it disproved the age theory, and the only thing that it could leave it down to is the purity of the lead and how it oxidizes.
We've got tons of musket balls.
Oh yeah. My musket balls go separate to the rest of the lead. I've got a peanut butter jar that's filling up nicely with those little irresistible nuggets of history. I think they're called, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right, have you exhausted your folders there, mate?
For a minute.
Right.
It takes too long to go through them.
Yeah, what we got from Kev. Is it right that white lead shows its poor quality? Kev, I think it's the opposite way around. The purer the lead, the whiter it goes. Sorry, this dog's driving me nuts again. He must be doing your heads in the chat. I'll just finish the block of cheese on him and then he's done with.
He's had a £5 block of cheese in this hour.
Yeah, he certainly knows how to play me for a mug, that's for sure. Go on, if you want this, you've got to come and show everybody on telly. There. Gently. Right, that's your lot. Settle down. Enough. hop into the chat a minute. I found a thick lead pipe a while back. I got it out of a carrier bag. It was wrapped up to show live. She's so bad, so defo a poo pipe. Well, we wouldn't expect anything else. Not food, Kev. Food's in his bowl. He's just not interested. He goes to the fridge. He knows that the cheese is in the fridge, and that's where he sits and squawks.
Come and have a look. Are you coming with me now? Come here. Come here. Don't be shy.
Who have you got there then, John?
This is Olivia, my metal detected granddaughter. Come and just have a look at Percy. Show him your arm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Is that broken?
Yeah, say yeah.
How did you break your arm?
Falling over in the playground.
Oh, dear. Is
You
it
staying with me now till Mum comes, Nanny comes back. Yeah, she comes metal detecting with me.
Does she enjoy it?
Yeah, she's got her. I got her the MIDI horde, the macro MIDI horde.
Yeah.
Because she
I wouldn't
found
mind having a go with one of them, you know.
Because when I took her to Goodrington, she found a gold ring, didn't she? First time out with it.
Get out.
Yeah, I've got a picture of it. I have.
Our neighbour across the road, his little lad, he's about 7 years old, and occasionally he sees me coming back from detecting and he wants to know what I've found, and his dad's showing a bit of interest in what he...
Right, have a look at it.
To buy him.
Right, that's the thing that I put the coins in when I want to magnify anything, yeah? So
yeah.
the big earring round his head, that's what I found, yeah?
Yeah.
Let me just... And then there's the ring in its mouth that she found.
Oh, my days.
And I've got it, a picture of that dirty. Hold on, let's bring it up. It's got a P on it, see?
Oh, yeah, an initial on it.
Yeah, a P. It looks like a letter P to me, unless it's...
Oh, that'd be my Percy ring that I lost on the beach.
And that was the ring before I cleaned it up. See how cruddy it is?
Well, that's turned blue as well.
Yeah. But the inside of the ring's still quite dirty. But I managed to get it all back to, the goldy bit. It's like all those. That was from that honey hole on the same day.
The beach doesn't do any favours to metal objects, does it?
It does not. No. It doesn't. Right.
Scotty, good evening, mate. Good to have you drop by.
So there you go on that one. Yeah, she comes with me. She got the MIDI horde.
Yeah, I'd seriously have a go with one of them.
It's good. It's just like the simplex it is. Exactly the same. It's a simplex for the kid. The same technology, everything's in it. So she stands the same amount of chance as I do if I'm taking the simplex out.
Yeah. It gives you a smiley face if it's non-ferrous and a sad face if it's...
No, that's the mini horde.
Yeah.
It's a MIDI and a mini.
Yeah.
Yeah. One's got the smiley face for the younger kids to look at, and the other one is like a proper metal detector with the readings on it.
And they ain't all that expensive, are they? They're only around just over the 100 quid
quid.
mark, I think.
Yeah. Takes 2 AA batteries.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, brilliant. I'd use it myself. The only down thing on that machine is you can't plug headphones in it. So when you get a bleep, everybody in the beach will start looking at you.
Yeah, well.
You're back. You want to stay here with Grandad?
As needs must, I'm sure they ain't going to mind a youngster with a metal detector making bleeping noises, are they? There's enough background noise goes on in the beach anyway.
Right. Wife's just gone to pick up my daughter from work. So I'm watching the little one now.
You're in charge. Good evening, down east detecting and prospecting. How's things? Hope life's treating you well.
And Emmy Meadow as well.
Yeah, Colin's been in for a little while now.
Yeah, my chat's funny. I told you I only see something that moves up dead slow. The YouTube ones moves all the time, but then there's a lag. So what I said 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, you get a 10-second delay or so. I think you can iron that out a little bit by hitting the cog and speeding the playback speed up, but it's never going
technology.
It's never going to be in real time because StreamYard's got to broadcast out to the internet and then hook up to YouTube and back down again. So there's naturally got to be some kind of lag there.
Hey, next couple of weeks I'll be able to do my show in the garden.
Well, yeah, the light evenings getting lighter, aren't they?
Yeah. Sit in the garden.
It's not going to be long until I can come flying home from work, grab Barney, and go to the field for a couple of hours before supper time. Well, that's if I've still got permissions to go at. It's so much is in crop at the moment, and the pasture, they're starting to bring all the sheep out again. They've been wintered up indoors, and now they've started to appear back out in the fields. But I've got a couple to go at, keep me going for a bit. And then I've got a couple of other farms, one that I've started on but haven't been there for a couple of years. He said, please don't come anymore when the COVID started, because it was a bolt hole for his elderly parents to come and have a bit of fresh air. And when we all thought that we were going to die of some kind of bat flu plague that was going to wipe out half the world's population, he asked me at that point, but he said when this is all quieted down again, I can get back there. And then I've been offered some other land, perhaps 5 miles away, and he reckons he's got an old 17th century roadway used to run across his land, so that might be interesting to try out. But I'll just take the easy option because I've got land that's only 3 minutes drive away from me, and I can be in acres of fields. It's work away on the stuff that's close to me for now, and when I've exhausted that, perhaps head a bit further out. So you're full on back at work now, are you, for a bit? You got time off when Easter comes?
No. I've got wife's friends coming down. I've got my daughter coming down as well. I've got no time off till May. May's my next time off, and then June, the next one after that one.
Yeah, it must be difficult working in retail because when bank holidays and things come, you're in at work, aren't you? Same with my daughter. She works at a supermarket, and quite often she ends up being key holder and alarm responser at her supermarket. So she has to stay on call all through Christmas Day, and occasionally they get birds in the roof, and they'll set the alarms off, and that's her Christmas Day up the Swanee, because she's got to go in and check it all out.
Aye, I know that one. Yeah, yeah. So, because the holiday season starts here, so all the grockles come down, don't they?
Yeah, come to lose all their pound coins and jewellery on the beach again for you.
Aye, very nice. Yeah. Well, I do a lot of early mornings, so if I finish at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and it's light till 9 or 10 o'clock at night, I've got all that time to get on the beach. But you swap the beaches, because you plough, you do that one that night, and you'll go to another beach the next night. You'll do it for a week, so everyone could drop the money again, and you come back round in a big circle.
Yeah, work a motor around them all. Yeah, you got Kev laughing now, the grocks. What's he say? He's already seen. They're already here, John, seeing all the caravans.
We might have a few caravans ending up on Preston Seafront, not Preston, Payton Seafront. But it's not a campsite. It's the council left a gap for the travellers to get on there.
What's that, along that green, along the esplanade?
Yeah. That's a great free holiday if you can get on it.
Yeah, I bet.
Steal your spoons.
Yeah, well, the summer when we four met up down on Payton Beach, that's the first time I've ever been beach detecting.
Yeah.
And I was pleasantly surprised of what I found, because I had a couple of pre-decimals and a couple of rings off the beach. One was only like a stainless steel core with one of the mood rings that's got a kind of stone, plasticky type thing that changes colour with your temperament. And the other was sterling silver Celtic knotwork ring. So just in that short space of time that was down on the beaches, did a lot better than I thought I was going to. Well, first off, I didn't think the Garrett was going to work on the beach at all, but I went into the custom program, knocked everything out below 60, turned the iron audio off, and knocked another bar or two off the sensitivity. And I was right down to the water's edge on the wet sand with it, without any chatter from it. So all this talk of Garrett's no good on mineralised soil, if you mess around and tweak with them a little bit, then you can get it to work.
I've done Slapton Sands, Rob, where all those American soldiers got killed. Yeah, I've done that at that beach. Paid 3 hours parking, and a thunder and lightning come. You had to get in the car and go home.
How long did you manage you there?
How long did I detect there?
Yeah,
about 10 minutes. And I came back. And I came back home, and it was lovely here. The sun was out and everything over there, thunder and lightning and everything. Aye.
Look, the Garrett snobbery started again.
fair.
And he knows it. Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, we're working around towards 9 o'clock now. We're 10 to, so I guess start winding things down again. I'll play us out with a final track that hopefully won't get me copyright struck again. I'm counting on this guy's uploaded his stuff that everyone can use it for free. So I'll find out at the end of this broadcast. You'll be all right for a fortnight's time, will you?
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Good. And hopefully we'll be seeing Daz back with us in the near future. As I said, I ain't going to dwell on it and I ain't going in and out of it. But as I said at the start of the show, bit of argy-bargy seems to be going on in the community. Don't know what it's about, don't care what it's about. It'd just be nice that we can all get any differences resolved between us and carry on as a bit of a family. Enough said. Cheers. Didn't give any false signals when it was turned off. So yeah, back to the grind with me tomorrow. Although I work at a woodland, we've got 50 acres of pasture there. The gaffer, just as we came out of lockdown 1, decided to open the pasture up as a bit of a campsite there. They call it wild camping because the amenities are worse than a squatter camp, to be quite honest. But as people were coming out of lockdown 1, I don't think they so much wanted to go to the major beaches where there'd be thousands of people. They felt a bit more comfortable in a field in the middle of nowhere. And
Is that by you then?
I work 20 miles away from where I work. I'm up in just outside Warwick, and I work Moreton Marsh, which is the start of the Cotswolds, near to Stow-on-the-Wold. And it takes me half an hour to drive to work in the morning. But if I was driving from my village into Warwick or Leamington and then finding somewhere to park and walking into the office, I swear it would take me more than half an hour. It's quite a picturesque route. I run down the Foss Way, the old Roman road, and work in the great outdoors. Lovely office, but I have to take the weather as it comes. When it rains at 8 o'clock in the morning and it don't stop until I go home, it's soaked through to the skin. But rather that than being stuck in a factory, I think. I've done factory work before, done all sorts of shifts, earlys, lates, night shifts. But
Yeah,
I do enjoy being outdoors.
That's what I do, shifts. I hate them.
I used to do 6 in the morning till 2 lunchtime, week 1. And then week 2 was 2 in the afternoon until 10 in the evening. And it was backwards and forwards every week from one to the other. So in the end, the thing I settled for was to go on permanent nights. That although my life was upside down to everybody else, at least it was some kind of consistency that I could build a bit of a routine. It was quite funny. You finish work at 6 o'clock in the morning, head back home. That's your evening, and you sit and have a couple of beers before you go to bed. And the day shift people are getting up, looking exhausted and wanting a cup of tea and a cup of coffee, and you're wide awake pouring Stellas down your neck at 6:30 in the morning. But enough of that. It's not the most sociable of shifts. Right, mate. He's back squeaking at the fridge door again. what I'm going to have to deal with the old pooper scooper in the morning, God only knows. But we'll perhaps say our goodbyes, play out with the final bit of music, and reconvene in a fortnight's time.
Rightio.
Thank you, everybody in the chat, for coming and joining us. Looking at one side on the tablet, it's saying that we've still got 17 here. Here he is. Daz, mate, good to see you popping in.
Hi, Dad.
Not to worry. You know, we've all got things to do. We all got busy lives. Just glad that you made it in to say hello to us all. Hopefully, you'll be back to join us as one of our co-presenters in the near future. Take the time out that you need, brother, and come back as and when. All right, mate. So instead of saying separate goodbyes and dropping out, John, I'll just hit the final play out tune and kill the stream at the end of it. We come in together, we go out together.
Yeah.
So thanks very much to all you in the chat for joining us. And thank you very much to Robert Hunter for popping in and showing us his cannonball find and talking about his new legend machine. Hopefully, I've lined up our track to play us out. Yeah, it's another track by Conspiracy Music Guru. Don't Believe in Gravity. I'll play us out and we'll catch you in a fortnight. Look out for each other's streams during the week. I think Detective Kev Mondays, either Roseanne or Paul HDH swatching from channel to channel on Tuesdays, Sifty Show Wednesdays, Fridays Robert Hunter, alternate Saturdays Dark Knight Jason, Sunday middle of the day Marlon, the King of Canada. You know where we all are. Right, I'll get this going and we'll see you in a fortnight's time. Thank you.
All right, Percy. Nice, everybody.
Good night, John. Catch you soon.
Ta-ra.